Anyway, let's...
Before we do anything with Death Battle, I just want to say that running this has made me completely respect anyone's interpretations on anything, because you can't be right. There is no right.
There isn't a right answer to shows like this.
And it takes so much work, even the parts besides the research. It's just like, everything takes tons of effort, and they're awesome for putting it in.
Yeah. This is, like, I'm not going to make any commentary on, like, the quality of our series versus Death Battle or anything like this, because we would not be even close to where we are today without Death Battle. I disagree with how they handle some stuff. I really agree with how they handle other things. And, yeah. Anyway, let's just get into this. Jump into it. Dang it, I had one line. I messed it up. Let's turn that up. Oh, that was written by Brandon Yates. Should I turn off that
rivalry is legendary.
sound?
Their fame unmatched. This battle has gone on for nearly 3 decades, but today it finally comes to an end.
Won't that turn off?
Mario, Nintendo's whimsical Italian
Oh,
turtle
right.
crusher.
And Sonic the Hedgehog, Sega's specialist of speed.
Time
Okay.
to find out if Sega really does what Nintendo don't.
For this bout, we'll be using the same rules Death Battle
Oh, wait.
has had for the past 3 years.
I don't know when I've
Most
looked over their rules in depth last.
I didn't know they
of
had them.
speed.
Time
Yeah.
to find out if Sega
It used to be
really
like this
does
big,
what Nintendo don't.
Big screenshot they did. So combatants have no prior knowledge of each other unless specified. So this is, I think, what we had to hold ourselves
This
to.
bout, we'll be using
So
the
no
same
prior knowledge. Any moral restraints from killing are lifted. All other traits are considered.
Fair.
Okay.
rules Death Battle has had for the past.
That's a nice animation they did of him just scratching his butt. That's funny. Combatant's maximum potential is examined. Factors unrelated to the combatants cannot end the battle. So what does that mean?
I think it's no outside help. Also, maybe they can't, like, drown someone to death?
I remember one of their characters getting skewered by a helicopter. That seems like a factor unrelated to the combatant.
If they push someone into the helicopter, it becomes related.
No, I think he was just walking in it. The propeller flew off and they said he got unlucky. I don't know. I don't want to misrepresent things. Someone in chat 100% will know what we're talking about. Let's see.
End the fights with the characters I don't like that. Just be like, oh, Kirby got unlucky.
Kirby got unlucky.
A black hole spontaneously erupted where he was at. Also, I don't want to get into whether he can survive a black hole.
Most importantly, the original.
All right. All official material related to a character is applied unless found contradictory to the primary source material. You would think that's a simple rule.
You would.
What's official and what's material and what's contradictory and what's primary source material and sometimes what's a character? Those are all questions we've had to ask repeatedly for what seems like a simple rule. Anyway,
Video games will be our primary source for analysis.
okay, so using video games.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
Do they say as the primary source? So,
Primary source.
okay.
I don't know what that means.
armor, and skills to find
Like, if
out who would
everything's
win
considered-
a death battle.
They know what they're doing.
they know what they're doing.
Plumber, carpenter, doctor. Mario has worn many hats throughout his life, but he
Vietnam
always does
War
so
vet, that's
as
another.
a hero.
Except for that time he tortured an animal, but
Yeah.
no one really talks about
He has a
that.
whole game where
Born
he's
as
like
one of the 7
fighting in
star children
Vietnam.
possessing an extraordinary amount of power.
I did not know
An
this.
Extra horrible crime.
He's a star child. What does that
Mario
even mean?
was
That's
assuredly
what it means.
destined
He's a
for
star child.
greatness.
Then him and his little bro Luigi.
Arms right now.
Carpenter, plumber, doctor, umpire, chef, brewer, soldier, pilot, submarine captain, animal trainer, NBA player, basketball player, stunt biker, artist, toy maker, theme park owner, referee, rapper.
You wound up in
Wow.
New Donk
He's
City,
24.
where he
I
spent
didn't know
his
that.
days throwing shit at monkeys and fixing
362
toilets.
games.
Not exactly
That sounds
the
about
great
right. Do you think
heroic
Mario or
destiny I
Goku's
was
appeared in more
expecting,
games?
but
Because I know
hey,
Goku's been in
at
a
least
stupid
girlfriend was
amount.
smoking.
But everything changed
Yeah,
after a
that was a
chance
stupid
meeting
question,
with
wasn't it?
Princess
Yeah.
Peach Toadstool.
Holy cow.
Her Mushroom Kingdom had been conquered by Bowser, the tyrannical king of the
Mario's
Cubes.
full name is
Her
Mario
only hope of rescue
Mario.
lay in the hands of the Mario brothers.
And
love that.
Mario had all the power he
This
needed
cartoon
to take
was
the
so
turtle
cursed.
terror down. He's
I wish they
super
used this
tough,
instead of
super
video
quick,
games.
And really, really
We
strong.
could be the change
He
we
can
wanna
jump
see in
several
We
times
could.
his own height, smash
Mega
tanks to
violence
bits with his
type.
butt,
Bottomless
and
clubs.
toss Bowser around as if he's a featherweight.
What are
Needless to say,
bottomless
the
gloves?
Mushroom
All
Kingdom
gloves are
was in
bottomless.
good
That's why they're
hands.
gloves.
So was the princess. She even gave
Guess that's the
Mario a
top of the
piece of
glove.
her cake. If you know what I'm saying. Get in there,
Haha,
buddy. You deserve it all.
sex.
Oh,
That's the
come
joke.
on. It's an actual cake.
Oh,
That's good too, I
Well,
guess.
never mind.
And if his strength
let's
doesn't cut
see.
it, Mario has plenty of extra weapons and powers on hand.
He can already shatter brick with his bare fists, but when he needs the power to break down the toughest walls, he busts out the Ultra Hammer. Sounds like a wrestling move Lou Albano would have used back in the day. Rest in peace, Captain.
Oh, is that
Forged
who
by
played
two
it?
master
They got.
blacksmiths,
Why'd they get a
the
wrestler to
Ultra
play
Hammer,
Mario?
combined with Mario's mighty swing, can
I don't
break
think they
through
were very
practically
concerned
any
with the quality
material.
of that show.
And he's
That's
got a
fair.
ton of awesome power-ups, like that spicy fire flower.
Actually, while Mario used to need this flower, he has since learned how to use pyrokinesis without it.
Well, the ice
Is that
flower
something
lets
like he
him freeze
actually
enemies.
like took time and learned in game, like was taught how to do it, or they're just providing context for him using it without it later? Do you know?
I
We haven't
think
looked
they're
into Mario
providing
much.
context. Our
The
Mario
Lucky
research
Bell
is
turns him into a
Although
kitty
now I
cat,
wanna play a
and the
Mario
super
training
mushroom
game
gives him
where
a
he just
power
learns to
boost and
integrate these
increases
powers.
his size.
Mario Origins.
I bet the princess likes that one.
With
Frog
his
suit,
frog
yeah.
suit, his swimming ability increases dramatically. With the double cherry, he can create clones of himself with no power decrease. With the stopwatch, he can freeze time. With the cape feather or the wing cap, he can soar to new heights. And with the Starman or Rainbow Star, he becomes totally invincible.
So here's something different about how we handle invincibility is with them, I believe they say invincibility is invincible while it lasts, whereas we say invincibility is only as strong as the strongest thing it's ever endured, if that makes sense. So like, let's say Olimar has something that makes him invincible for a few seconds and he's only ever fought bugs, which I know he's fought more. We couldn't say Superman wouldn't be able to kill Olimar when he steps on him if that surpasses by far anything that Olimar's ever resisted.
Right.
But yeah.
Short time.
And with
Olimar's
the
a bad
gold
example.
flower, he
It's
never has to
the
work
stars.
another day in his life, because he's got an infinite supply of money made of people.
While he can carry several power-ups at
terrifying.
once,
It really
Mario
is.
doesn't always need them to prove his potential.
He's quick enough to maneuver when transformed into a bolt of lightning, and skilled
You okay?
enough.
That's
While
not a
he can
feat
carry
we
several
agree
power-ups
with.
at once,
Think's lost it.
Mario doesn't always need
There's little birds on screen. Sorry.
them to prove his
Oh,
potential.
I just think. Let's keep going. And there's also lightning going.
He's quick enough to maneuver when transformed into a bolt of lightning, and
And they're
skilled
going
enough
so much. They're going so much faster.
to pilot the Star Diver as it rockets through the atmosphere. He's so friggin' manly, he took an explosion to the face that wrecked an entire castle.
So on a different
And
note, that's an interesting
he was
montage because it has a
standing in
power
the middle
mount.
of this.
Based on a standard tennis court measurements, we can determine the blast of this fireball covered a radius of over 2,000
Light
feet.
speed burn.
To reach this distance, the blast must have had an
27
explosive
quintillion
yield
times
of over 2.4 megatons.
So what you're saying is Mario could totally play tennis
wanna
with a
talk about
nuclear
our
warhead for a
interpretations as we
ball
go
and be
through the
totally
video?
fine.
Yeah, why not?
Also, he can throw
Well,
a
in that
baseball
case,
so
the
fast.
stadium feat, the megatons, even if
this
that value is
fireball
right,
covered a
they're so
rain is
far away
born.
from the center that they're not going to take a significant portion of that. They're probably going to be enduring like 10 kilotons or something, which is still a pretty decent amount. But also, it leaves the entire stadium unharmed. It just breaks like a small little contraption in the middle. So for us, we measure the destruction caused by explosions and not necessarily just their radius.
Which it makes sense what they're doing here. Would it
Yeah.
be affected by how much of that energy can be transferred to someone the size of Mario as well? Or do we not have to do it for stuff like this?
You have to account for his surface area, but that's kind of bundled up with how far away he is.
Light speed birds in chat. Light speed everyone.
Mario could totally play tennis with a nuclear warhead for a ball and be totally fine.
Probably. Also, he can throw a baseball so fast it overloaded this speed gun, implying it was launched over 999
That's a
miles
very
per hour.
accurate speed
In the
gun.
Mario World cartoon, he hurled a dinosaur out of orbit. Assuming this creature
Wait,
is
I
of
thought they were
similar
only using
size
video
and weight to a
games.
Primarily. That's why I said it didn't make sense.
So does primary mean they only use them to create feats? Or
I
is
don't know.
there
All I say
not
is primarily.
not a distinction? The birds.
Implying it was launched
Don't
over
make fun of the birds.
900
I'm not trying to make fun of it because I get what they're doing, and
Those
there's
birds
people
would
who agree.
destroy you.
Those birds would destroy me. And like I said, I don't want to diminish how they do any of their
99
calcs.
miles
I
per
just think
hour.
that one
In the Mario
specifically
World
is
cartoon,
funny.
he
Fun
hurled a
fact, Ink
dinosaur
kicked a
out of
bird when
orbit.
we were little.
I was young and we were at SeaWorld.
Yeah. kicking birds at SeaWorld.
This creature
You're
is
gonna
of
get me
similar
canceled
size
for
and weight
kicking
to a
birds.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. This feat would require a force of over 135 tons of TNT.
Oh wait.
Wait, Wiz, I thought you said we're only using the game.
Oh, there we
Any
go.
official material counts so long as it's supported by the games. Otherwise, we'd be ignoring a huge majority of the character's history. Take
Okay.
a look at this chain shot. I
just don't know
It's
what's
actually
supported
made
by
up
the
of
games.
solid gold.
I don't know either.
Gold is ridiculously
this
heavy.
chain shot.
While 1 cubic foot of
Why?
iron weighs 491
Because it's not
pounds,
gold and
a
then it is
cubic foot
gold.
of gold is over 1,200 pounds. Luckily, a chain chomp is a perfect sphere,
Or
so we can compare
maybe
it to
it's
Mario's
like,
height to find that it weighs nearly 6
A copper alloy coated in a thin plate of gold.
Did he just leave
And
it
that's
in that hole?
this is a
Cash it in,
reference no
Mario.
one's
That
literally
thing's
zero
worth
people are gonna-
$366 billion.
That's actually correct.
Well, yeah, that guy on TV who always wants my gold told me.
This isn't
I
even
wonder how
Mario's
long it
most
takes them to do
impressive
the
feat.
animations
At
of
one
Wiz and
point,
Boomstick.
he lifted an entire fortress and punted it through the air.
Okay, so
We threw that feat out in our first
Thing is, you
episode
always-
because it was a gag. I don't think that's gonna, at least to be our reasoning. I can't say whether it holds up. On
well, I
further
kind of
examination.
I think it
but-
is a gag. I don't know if we'll throw it out because of that. But like in that same cutscene, what they don't show is Mario. Like it's part of a montage of Mario destroying these castles that he beats, and then right before that, he goes and grabs a giant mop and just mops away the castle.
What you're not understanding is that there's a lot of evidence supporting the mop feat.
Really?
Really,
As a strength feat, or a mop durability feat, or a hacks feat?
It is. I don't want to get into it.
I want to give him that in the animation if that's a thing.
So the
Imagine
thing is,
Mega Man's surprise.
Mario.
He just gets deleted by a mop.
Mario has consistently shown that paint can create things in his game. See Mario Sunshine for the best example. And so if we assume that is a paint castle, he could just be cleaning it up.
Always wants my gold.
Oh, okay, so it's a paint castle. How heavy is a paint castle?
Well, because it's Mario, it would be as heavy as a real castle, because the paint makes physical objects.
Told
It doesn't.
me.
This isn't even
Paint is a physical object.
Okay, but it makes different physical objects?
Mario's most impressive feat.
He was just
At one
inside of
point,
it.
He lifted
Yeah,
an
I know.
entire
That's what it does.
fortress and punted it through the air.
He does the same
Bowser
thing in
Jr.
the
all
manga,
of the
and
time.
It's pretty
I do like them using the manga to support it.
That is good. I feel like I would measure that one because it's a lot more clear the size of the castle.
Yeah, you can measure that pretty
Which
easily.
is just a tower.
And Mario has a lot of like dimension hopping stuff too, right? So it could make sense you say he like goes to a different world inside the castle. That's why it's a different size.
It could. I think he's just shrinking.
with the strength he's
don't
shown
think
against
Oh,
Bowser.
I think he's
who
an
survived
actor and has no
collapsing
feet.
castles.
Oh, I didn't read through these. Chain Chomp, crushed buildings as Mega Mario, lifted and punted Larry's castle, Sensei of Jinx's dojo, quick enough to run up walls, piloted the Star Driver at Mach 375. I don't know how we'd interpret that one because it happens in a dream sequence if I remember right, but we also didn't look into it super closely.
That game is just weird.
Survived a 2.4 megaton explosion, defeated Bowser
times.
Warrior, Bowser
Since this
and Donkey and
presentation
Crackety
makes
and
castle's
Smithy.
size difficult to determine, we
tried.
measured the entire interior based on maps from the game. By scaling these measurements
would've
to
taken
the
so
castle's
much
smaller
work, wow.
avatar, and conservatively assuming a limestone composition,
actually, I
we've
bet you could just
determined the
rip it
castle must
into a
weigh
program
more than
and it would
61
count.
million tons.
And he just kicked it away like it was a freaking soccer ball.
Given the
Thing
distance
is, even
of the
if you,
kick, Mario must
like,
have exerted a force of around 3.5
what he's kicking is what's
megatons
in that
of TNT.
cutscene rather than
Do you realize what
necessarily.
this means?
I don't know.
Mario's
That's a
foot
really
is
impressive stat.
231 times more powerful than the atomic bomb that dropped on Hiroshima.
Dang.
Now seems like a good time.
I
for
feel
a
bad
beer.
for Hiroshima
Or
for
12.
for a lot of
Honestly,
different
Mario's
reasons, but
absurd
also because that's like my
strength
go-to
shouldn't be as
explosion
surprising as you think.
comparison.
While he's fairly
And it's-
naive and
yeah, okay, it's this
strategy,
cutscene where he
he's
uses
saved
the-
the Mushroom
the
Kingdom
mop.
from Bowser's clawed grip time and time again.
I
And
love
the
his
Koopa
little
King is
kicks there.
tough enough to survive a dip in the sun or even a black hole.
Don't underestimate
Oh, boy.
Nintendo's powerful plumber.
So, do we want to talk about black holes, or is that more trouble than it's worth?
I mean, I talked about it a bit before, how we're pretty strict with using physics to only describe things that physics can describe. So,
Oh, we missed a
donation.
donation. Let's see. Mop is OP. It is very true. It is.
Legitimately. But yeah, so if I haven't looked into that one enough to say for sure, but if it doesn't hold up to our criteria for black holes, we wouldn't treat it as one. In which case, it becomes much less impressive.
Gotcha. Yeah, and it would. Black holes are crazy.
Somewhere out there, on a strange alternate version of Earth,
I love this
humans
episode of
coexist
Sonic
with
X.
anthropomorphic
Because they
animals.
have like
But
they have a specialized race car division of their police force
That's
in the
so
city.
dumb.
They're like, our guns can't handle it. calling the Formula One drivers.
This world has been assailed over and over by the vile Dr. Ivo Robotnik, otherwise known as Eggman.
Why the heck does he need such a dumb
They're like,
alias?
we've
when
never
he's
seen
already
anything
got
that
a name
fast.
as cool
That
as
hedgehog's
Robotnik
going
Robotnik.
90 miles per hour.
Persisted.
Oh, were they
Whenever
doing the old
Eggman
college
hatched
professor
a
thing?
scheme,
just
one
gonna-
did not have to wait
I think that's
long
gonna
for
make
a
it harder
certain
for them to
blue
see.
streak to speed by. This
feel like
was
that makes it
Sonic
better.
the Hedgehog.
Is that better? That's
He's
definitely
the
better.
fastest
I like that
thing
more.
alive.
I don't like the vidIQ thing.
Yeah. Let's.
While Sonic has a superhuman physique overall,
There we go.
speed is his speciality. In fact, superhuman
Let's see. Not a skilled swimmer. Chili dogs. This is where I get into trouble in editing. Is I put too many stupid jokes in the text, and I haven't figured out how to keep my text a consistent size yet. So it always looks bad and has the stupidest jokes.
speed is a
Well,
natural
you've solved
trait
it now
for the
by just cutting away to
anthropomorphic
worse
hedgehog,
jokes
though Sonic's abilities
fake
are far
quotes.
superior
That's
to
true.
his kin.
Wait a minute.
Swimmer,
hedgehogs
not a
have
good
super
swimmer.
speed?
He
That
can-
doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Not
real
swim,
hedgehogs
but
are also
infinitely jump
nocturnal,
underwater.
not blue,
Swimmer.
and when they try to make
I
friends with
hardly know
foxes,
her.
They get eaten. So I don't think Sega cares.
All right then. To stop Eggman from turning all his animal pals into batteries, Sonic cranked up
You darn
that
Sonic
speed
lowballing
and
Fruit Loop.
weaponized it. He can crush his enemies with the spin attack, strike multiple
I'm glad
times
we have
with
the
the
other
homing
researchers
attack,
to keep me in
go
check, 'cause
zero
I
to
would lowball
Sonic
everyone.
boom instantly with the
They're more
super
interesting
peel
when
out,
they're low.
and plow through
Lowball.
hordes of badniks with the spin dash. Holy crap!
What's
He
an
just
enter
dodges like
beam?
vomit all the time.
He's also used a
Enter
number
beam.
of power-ups
Oh,
throughout
I
his
have no
adventure.
idea.
Enter beam. That sounds like a disease, like a skin rash.
I just think of enema.
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't
Just
want
gives
to. I didn't want to
people
say that.
enemas at
So
a
I-
distance.
golden gloves and magic gloves. Can he wear both at the same
Including
time, like one
elemental
on each hand?
shields. The Aqua Shield is especially useful
that
as it
has
grants
been
him an
explored.
incredibly high bouncing jump and protection against his greatest nemesis.
Robotnik?
No, water.
Seriously, Sonic, buddy, learn to swim already and save our ears from that nightmare.
Does he not
music.
swim in Sonic versus Mario at the Olympics?
The blue hedgehog can also
swims
gain
in a few
abilities
games,
from
though.
small alien beings called
Wisps are so
They
cool.
can turn him into
I
a
really wanna use
fireball,
them in the
a yellow
animation
drill,
coming up.
A black
I
hole,
wanna use
a bunch of
exclusively
stuff,
this.
really. Even a demonic hungry.
Will Sonic
rainbow.
versus Mario be in
But
round
before we
2? It
delve
depends
any
who wins
further,
which match.
there is something vital
Thank you so
which
much
we
for the
need to
donation, by the way.
discuss. It's
I think
time to
patrons are
figure
getting
out
some influence in
Sonic's
our
speed.
Oh, boy,
future
here
rounds
we go.
matches.
Yep.
While he has boasted
Oh,
that he is
talk.
faster than
Oh,
light,
I
Sonic
love
is
this screenshot.
Go for it.
This is
then.
my favorite screenshot. Okay, I'll voice it in my Sonic
vital,
voice.
which we need to discuss. It's time to figure out Sonic's speed.
Oh, boy,
They did something similar to me by putting that near the end of his
here
analysis.
we go.
While he has
It's because you're hoping everyone skips ahead
Okay,
of it.
I do. I can tell you exactly what percentage of people saw that part, and it's like
That's good.
19%. Anyway, so light speed, that small time, that's no challenge. I totally get why they would use that. It makes it sound like he can reach light speed. For us, we don't take statements like that. It's being analyzed by this very smart robot. There's a lot of nuances. We ought to make an entire video where we talk about Sonic in a versus battle context versus someone else, and then we can get into that in more detail.
Oh, here's a question for the chat. Is anyone interested in me doing a spin-off series of videos or maybe a spin-off channel where I do really deep dives into our interpretations of feats? Go over like calculations and any debunks we have or why we don't.
Like a
Read
Smash
certain
Bracket
things.
crew channel or something like that. Something we talked about. Thank you so much again for the other donation. You're being so freaking kind, ZZ Pixel.
Also, Mario did lose in Season 0, but we're redoing the episode, so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much. By the way, ZZ Pixel and anyone else who's donated, tag Stylish in the server to make sure we get you in the Patreon channel. Would it be Smash Bracket Explain? Something kind of like
Wait, if they donated?
that. He joined as a member.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyway,
boasted that he is faster than light, Sonic has yet to prove this
Oh,
in
see, there
canon
we go.
without the aid of additional equipment or power-ups.
Oh yeah, like when he connects to a trail of rings. But you can't take his bragging too seriously.
I was
He's
really
still
looking
got
for
some of
birds
that
there.
Radical 90s attitude.
I'm out of here.
The highest
really did
official
too when I was
description of
going through
Sonic's
all his
speed
games.
labels him as hypersonic, or somewhere between Mach 5 and Mach 10. This actually isn't too far-fetched. The game Sonic Unleashed
I
records
understand,
his
like, the trouble
speed,
they're having
and he
here.
can
You
reach
understand
max
it better
level
than me.
around 3,500
Sega really wants Sonic to be fast, but they want to impress their audience with lower numbers. Like, does that make sense what I'm saying?
The thing is, they want to
Assuming SPD
impress a
translates
casual
to
audience, not an audience who's like comparing the speeds of all fictional characters. So they're like, Sonic is so freaking fast. He's like faster than a fast car. And
He can go Mach 3. And then they have statements like light speed. That's no problem. And that's Sega. Just one cutscene, please. Just give us one.
Japanese development.
There-
That puts
you're gonna
Sonic's
get a
top
lot of
speed
cutscenes
over
submitted now.
7,872 miles per hour.
Oh, yeah.
Over
We've gone
any
through like all the
time speed
cutscenes, I
set,
promise. I
and
want to
just
write
over
one.
the official hypersonic description.
So, is that it?
Well, it's possible, no, likely, that he's faster. In TV shows
Oh, okay. I can do that.
closely tied to the games, Sonic has dodged meteors, did this with a 10,000 frame per second camera, and even outran lightning. All of which implies that he can move and
That
react.
is the
did you
one.
know that
200,
lightning can be
300
any
times the
color
speed
of the
sound.
rainbow?
Really?
How about that
Yeah,
one
that's
time?
so cool.
Lightning also, the speed apparently isn't as straightforward as it seems. Like, I've always heard 1/3 the speed of light for lightning. But scientists have measured it anywhere from 200 miles per hour to what?
Like Mach 480. To be fair, the speed of light number is for the return stroke, and that's pretty consistent.
So, yeah, we reached out to the leading lightning specialist in the United States, and I'm hoping to give him get like a 5-minute interview with him, and then I'm going to use some of that in our follow-up video, preferably, like in a perfect world. Because it's really complicated. There's entire fields of study, lightning geophysics.
The thing
I'm
that
taking
makes
a
it
course now.
complicated is that there are dozens of studies, and they all give different numbers. So like weather.gov gives a number and seems like a really trustworthy source, but with so many other conflicting ones, I just have no idea what to trust.
Yeah. So we're going to talk to someone smarter than us. Yeah. And there's also different parts of lightning that have different speeds and different stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for another donation, ZZ Pixel. It is being completely redone. We're wanting it to be mostly hand-drawn. I'm really excited for it.
Our animator for that is so good, but the universe is conspiring from letting us prove that to you guys.
Yeah,
We cut up
he's-
to a cyan
he's
wisp.
so good.
He said
Anyway.
that thing's almost as fast as him, even without its laser mode.
That's right. The laser is a power it grants Sonic, not itself. Still, wisps are incredibly fast. At one point, a group of them flew from Earth's surface to a black hole in orbit in the 20 seconds Sonic and Tails were talking. By measuring the planet's curve here, we can find that the wisp aliens must have been moving around Mach 200. As Sonic is faster
Did you get that
than
same
them,
calc?
this supports his
I
cartoon
actually didn't
feats.
count that.
Why isn't that black hole sucking up the Earth? That's what they do, right?
It's more like a pseudo-black hole fueled by hyper-go-on energy.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Hyper go on energy is the name of the energy that the wisps have. It's just like
Gotcha.
a term for the game.
Gotcha. So, yeah, for example, I don't know how they handle this as regards to a real black hole, but this is something like if it doesn't behave like a black hole, we can't treat it as one.
I didn't
Also-
know better.
In this scene, Sonic runs down, like he's running vertically down the surface, so most of his speed is coming from gravity.
Go figure.
I'd swear he just made
Not
those
that
words
I
up.
affected
Its
that,
presence
but
near
it is.
Sonic does emulate that of a singularity, and Sonic actually
I just
outran
figured it was
its
like a
pull
Crash
for 30
Bandicoot
seconds.
perspective.
He's
Due
running
to
down a
chaotic
space
accretion,
elevator.
black holes pull non-orbiting mass inward at
It's someone
30%
else, not the
speed of
person who did
light.
Isabelle
Sonic
versus
clearly
Ganondorf,
pushing his running speed to its
but
limit,
another hand-drawn
or else the
animator.
black hole wouldn't have pulled him
Anyway,
in. With this
thank
in
you so
mind,
much for all the
it's
donations.
entirely
Really, these are
possible
all
that
going
without
directly to the
additional
animations,
support,
I promise.
Sonic's maximum
That's
possible
really, really
running
cool of you.
speed must
Oh, here's his
be
speed.
Around 200 million miles per
Wait,
hour.
wait, wait. I missed how they got that.
Entirely non-orbiting mass inward, its presence near Sonic does emulate that of a singularity, and Sonic actually outran its pull for 30 seconds. Due to chaotic accretion, black holes pull non-orbiting mass inward at 30% the speed of light. Sonic's clearly pushing his running speed to its limit here, or else the black hole wouldn't have pulled him in. With this in mind, it's entirely possible that, without additional support, Sonic's maximum possible running speed must be around 200 million miles per hour.
That's insane! The fastest man-made object in real life was the new
So they went ahead and
Horizon
treated
space
it like a
probe,
real black
which
hole.
took off at more than 36,000
Which makes sense. I
miles per
understand
hour.
why they do it.
took 9 years for this
With
probe
us,
to
we say
reach
if
Pluto,
you want
but with Sonic's
it to give him the
speed, he
feats
can
that a
make
real
the
black
same
hole
trip
would
to
give him,
Pluto
it
in
has
less
to
than
act like a
24
real black
hours.
hole. Otherwise, it's
Oh,
giving him
cracking
feats for something
speed.
that it's
I've
not
always
showing.
wondered how
But
fast I
And
can
I do
chug
have an
a beer.
article breaking down
Start
what that
the clock,
exactly
Wiz.
means.
yeah,
Are you gonna start?
I'm already done.
Moving on, even with this unbelievable speed, Sonic has
This
far
is such
more
a cool
power hidden
cutscene.
up his
Really
sleeves.
is.
He doesn't wear a shirt.
He can achieve the form of Super Sonic by absorbing an enormous amount of positive energy from the 7 legendary Chaos Emeralds. In this mode,
What?
he can teleport large objects.
I was thinking of, he said he doesn't wear a shirt, and it reminded me, watching through the Pac-Man cartoon, that there was a part of that cartoon where Pac-Man didn't have his shoes on, and you could see his feet and toes, and it was just so cursed.
Survive planet-level explosions, launch energy attacks, and fly near the speed of light.
But guess what? This
They
isn't
used the
even
Smash
his
Bros.
final
trophy
form.
description.
After the emeralds received a boost
Alright.
from the Master Emerald, Sonic could achieve his ultimate state of being, Hypersonic.
He's got all the abilities of Super Sonic.
Holy cow, thank
plus
you so
total
much again for the
invincibility and
donation.
a hyper flash that tends to kill
Have a great
everything
night,
around
Z
him.
Pixel, or
Oh,
ZZ Pixel.
And, he's definitely
And yeah, welcome
like
Bubba
now.
J. Make sure to tag a mod in the
Things
server so
don't
we can get you into the
last forever. Without a
S tier
steady
patron
supply of
channel.
rings, these super
I meant to
forms
set
can't
that
even
up
stick
tonight.
around for a full minute.
To do automatically.
Yeah.
Sonic has resisted mind control from the Overmind, survived re-entry from orbit, and blasted apart a mountain. This would need more than 200
Their layout in
tons
Death
of
Battle is
TNT
so
to
good
pull
with how they
off.
position the
while
text and
fighting
the
evil
visuals. Like, it's
RoboCop
always
Metal
clear,
Sonic,
you can
they
always read it.
This enormous stalactite. Holy shit, just look at the size of it.
By comparing
I
it
thought
to
they
the
were
buildings
using
in this city
game
and applying the
for-
density of granite, the most common rock
What-
in continental crust, we
But I
found
thought
that
they're
this
good-
stalactite must weigh
What do you mean
almost
primarily?
47 million tons.
Like,
which
they can
means
get whatever
a break
calcs they
like
want.
this
I'm fine
would
with
be the
that.
force of
I'm
almost
confused by the
200
rules that they set
kilotons
up.
of TNT.
Damn, he's
we're just
definitely
too
got what
anal
it takes to
about
save the world from a
specific
madman scientist.
That's
Even
true.
If he is kind of
Hey,
a
speaking
dick.
of anal.
Well, Sonic may be a
Sorry.
bit arrogant, and he's certainly a thrill seeker, but at his
Seeker, I
best,
hardly know
he's
her.
the definition of honest and heroic.
I
He's used
can't-
his powers to defeat Eggman time and time again, even against gigantic death machines and cataclysmic events.
Those cute and cuddly forest critters can rest easy when Sonic's gotta go fast.
I'll show you how outclassed you
Why were you recommended to me? Because we have awesome animations on the channel. And that's why. Also, if you watch
Alright, the
Poppet, a lot of his
combatants are
videos are
set.
coming
Let's
here,
end this debate
so
once and
other
for
subscribers
all.
have seen
But
this, and
first,
so
while
you would
this
see
stack
that.
of Eggman's got me hungry. For Blue Apron.
Thing is, Sonic
By
wasn't
now,
even
you've
using his
probably
top
heard of
speed.
Blue Apron, the leading meal kit
He
delivery
wasn't even
service
using
in
wisps
the
or
US.
boosts.
But did you know about all the
Sonic
different
wasn't
kinds
boosting,
of
he was
delicious
using
food
gravity,
you can make?
but he wasn't
like
going
the
his
honey
full
chipotle
speed.
glazed chicken with poblano and lime rice.
There's plenty to choose from, since they offer 12 new
He was
recipes.
like
You
a
just wanted to see what it's like.
All you have to do is choose the 2, 3, or 4 that sound
A
best
trust
to
fall
you
into the
and
black
deliver
hole?
right
Yeah,
to your
to see
door.
if the wisps would get
Plus, it's super simple to cook.
Always want to
It's
know
got
who's
easy to
canonically the
follow
most powerful
instructions
character in
and
Smash long
perfectly
before your channel.
proportioned
Thank you for making this a
ingredients.
reality. Me too, actually. Like, this has been a dream of mine for so long.
My favorite
There
part
are
is
so
many
feeling like
people-
a master
I didn't know
chef,
anything
making
about most
creative and
characters when we
delicious
started this, and
meals
I'm
with
very
my own
surprised by a
hands.
lot of our
You
results.
guys really
Yeah.
need to try it out.
It's pretty nice coming home.
Are we
knowing
gonna
I'll
watch
have
the
a
whole ad?
delicious meal I can
Yeah,
whip
they
up
put
with
work into
ease.
it. Like, look at
So check
how much
out
the
this
animators
week's
did
menu
for
and
this.
Get your first 3 meals free at blueapron.com.
That's almost over, though.
That's blueapron.com.
I watched the ad because I don't want
to
people
get
to
your
skip our
first
ad.
free
That's
meals
the true.
free.
It's
But
YouTube
right now,
karma.
it's
Like,
time
I've
for a
cut
Death
my
Battle.
ads to like 15 seconds, and they're still like they lose retention. Anyway, all right, I'm excited for this. This is such good animation.
It really is.
Like, it just has so much like personality to it.
Hello? That's a mine. Finders keepers, pal.
Those voice actors are really good.
Whoa!
He just kicked him at 27 quintillion times the speed of light. Just so you know.
No, you can only run that fast.
Oh. Whoa, that was. Oh, going with the sand.
You're too slow.
What's that? Oh, that's a wisp. That's...
Come here.
I love how Mario's just throwing a tantrum.
No one plays Mario with me because I always pick up people constantly. I have an addiction. I can't stop. Cat Mario! Yes! Does Cat Mario have any feats? There he goes. Fell in the water.
Do cherries grow on trees? Palm trees specifically?
Oh, give me a break.
Naturally. Oh, they do in the Chow Garden. Oh, this is good music. Is this Brandon Yates? Ooh. Hey.
Now I'll show
Is that Hyper?
Yeah.
Or
Hyper's the one that flashes between colors.
gotcha. Wait, can you just go Hyper with the Chaos Emeralds? No?
It,
Okay. Wouldn't that hurt Sonic? I guess invincible, both of them? Oh, that was a cool Let's Go. That bird's just chilling there. The animator didn't have to put that in, and
that
they
bird
did.
is actually going faster than you just can't tell it's moving. It's a Mario bird. This animation is so good.
It really is. The moon! Levi, you have some explaining to do.
Oh, shoot. Oh, mamma mia.
The bloody nose. Ah! So long. That's great. Oh, that's good. Oof.
This gets so happy.
He's
Gross.
roasted hedgehog foot. That's exactly what I needed.
Can Mario
That
create his
happened.
own
I know
nugget mushrooms
Nintendo
by
won the
creating
console
nuclear
wars, but
explosions?
I
That
really
sounds
seem to
canon to me.
remember Sonic having this one in the bag.
I'm sure Sonic could have won in specific circumstances, but more times than not, Mario takes the victory.
Really? With
Keep
the
in
stats
mind,
they
this
gave, I
analysis
feel
is
like
done with a focus on the
Sonic
games
takes
and
it.
their closely tied media, excluding
I mean,
alternate contrary
the-
sources
the
like
stuff
the
they gave
Archie comics
Mario
or the
for
Mario
attack
Brothers
potency
movie,
is
where
way
Mario and Sonic
higher.
are essentially entirely
They're
different
really
characters
clever
from
with
their
how they
gaming
present
counterparts.
stats.
Sonic
because,
had speed in the bag, obviously, but Mario was
they were
way
probably
too
saying
tough
it
for.
was Archie, so they didn't use it.
Hey, what were we saying?
Oh, just the way they present stats is so clever because they do give stats on everything, but they usually don't give a full picture of them, so you can't compare them directly. So it felt pretty even, but then I'm pretty sure they like break down the numbers of what they actually got, and Mario's was just way higher.
The
All right,
Mario Brothers
let's
movie,
see.
where Mario and Sonic are essentially entirely different characters from their gaming counterparts.
Sonic had speed in the bag, obviously, but Mario was way too tough for him.
Their top strength feats paint this picture very, very clearly.
But I know what you're thinking. What good is Mario's strength if he couldn't even hit the blue blur?
That is exactly
He's
what I
way
was
too
thinking.
fast, right?
Yes and no. While Mario obviously couldn't match Sonic's relativistic top-running speeds, he's moved efficiently with a bolt of electricity and piloted the Star Diver. Based on our calculations, this puts him at the same level. Mario obviously couldn't match Sonic's relativistic top-running speeds. He's moved efficiently as a bolt of electricity.
He moves at the same speed he does in the rest of the... Why not just say he moves at the speed that he moves?
Electricity and piloted the
Anyway.
Star Diver. Based on our calculations,
But
this puts
that's
him
how
at
they got the
same
calcs,
level as
so
Sonic's
with what they
own
give-
reactionary feat.
The Star
Since
Diver
Mario was tough
driver
enough to
is
tank
the
almost
much
anything
more
Sonic could
important
throw at him,
Yeah.
it was only a matter of time before he tagged the blue blur with a deadly blow.
But what about chaos control?
Birds.
Wouldn't Sonic just
Speed
stop
burb.
time and take care of things? What?
It's heavily implied he knows how to, but Sonic has never actually used the time stop ability in canon. Even then, Mario's stopwatch does the same thing, putting them on equal footing.
That's the thing I don't really agree with that I see them do a lot, is that they're like, they can both stop time, so it doesn't matter who has it. But the faster one just stops time first and wins.
That's a good point.
I don't know.
Where's my wallet?
Actually, most of Mario and Sonic's power-ups countered each other in this way. Mario even had plenty of options for defending against Sonic's invincible super forms. But Mario also had a much wider variety of power-ups, offering multiple ways to overpower Sonic. For example, he could have frozen Sonic solid, or even turned him into gold. His arsenal would always outlast Sonic's because he's been shown to carry more of them.
I feel like
on his
Sonic would be able to
person.
get out of the way of those.
Oh, God. Oh, I've seen
It depends
things.
on them.
Because Mario, he's not throwing anything while he's on the Star Diver or driver, right? And there's nothing to suggest that his projectiles move at that speed.
Yeah, fair.
From someone who knows nothing about Mario, we haven't researched him yet. Just saying. I don't know. I don't get how Mario on the Star Driver translates to he can move through a battle and fight somebody going at an incredible speed and catch him with his attacks and projectiles that you can measure on screen not moving all that fast.
I think the idea is that he can get away with throwing the slower projectiles because he reacts to the faster opponent well enough to hit them with the slower projectiles.
There you go.
But even then, Mario's durability blew Sonic's out of the water. Even if we assume the 200 kiloton stalactite feat was entirely Sonic's doing, Mario survived an explosion that was 12 times more powerful.
We already
Simply
talked about
put,
that.
Sonic didn't have a lot of viable
Does
options that could take
transmutation
Mario
count as a
down
win
for
in Death
good.
Battle?
I always knew Sonic was impressive.
Like if Mega Man turned them into concrete.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Probably
or
that
like Sonic
mustache.
has something that
Sonic
could turn
was
Mario
obviously
into
incredibly
rings.
fast,
And
but
Mario
he
something
couldn't
could turn him
compete
into
with Mario's
coins.
superior strength,
So,
durability,
I don't know.
and
it's just
varied arsenal.
when you talk about
He
the
got
durability
Mario.
being too high, I feel like
After 100
something like that
episodes,
can
you still
surpass it
can't think of a good
potentially.
pun?
No, but now they can see me do this. Ah, check it out, Wiz.
The winner is Mario.
Winner, I hardly know her.
Thank you for watching our 100th.
That was cool. I love the bird feet. That's my favorite thing ever. But yeah, like I said, Death Battle, they paved the road for us. They make different assumptions. They handle things differently. Like you saw, from a very cursory glance, that stadium feat we would have handled differently. We probably wouldn't have done what I said in the first one. I didn't think he was there in our Season 0 video, so we threw it out altogether. That was stupid ink. Small brain ink moment.
Actually, watching the cutscene, it turns out he is there.
Hey. But yeah. But yeah, what did you guys think? What's this generally thought of like apart from research, apart from decision, the animation was spectacular. Both like for the battle itself, but also they did so much animation for just like
Them talking.
the editing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like regardless of what you think of the takeaway, this is a really, really, really solid video.
Something I've realized is that, like, I'll always watch an animation and be like, oh, they should have done this and this, but you just can't fit it all in.
Yeah.
Like, there's a billion things that you want to reference, and you just are limited in what you're able to put in. And no matter what you choose, someone will be disappointed that you didn't include something else. So I think they did really well.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited to see Mega Man versus Mario when we do it again. And Sonic, I'm not excited to see Sonic versus Fox. I'm excited to see it. I'm not excited to make it. It's just, that whole video has been so
Let's outsource
cursed.
it.
Let's outsource it. Anonymous. But yeah. Anyway, what do you guys think of us reacting to the Death Battle? We haven't done something like that before. If you enjoyed it, we can clip this and put it on that channel you were talking about.
Do we want to make that channel?